Hey, what's up, everybody? Stammer35 here, bringing you guys my latest pickups video. And it's gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Some of these games I got like a couple months back. Like some of these games I got like back in the month of June. Some of them were July. So yeah, I've just been keeping a couple of games I got like the past couple months. Just saving them up so I can do them all in one video. So just go ahead and finally make this video. And we're gonna start out with Disruptor for the original PlayStation. I didn't know this game existed until this game is made by Insomniac Games. You know, the people that made like Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man and stuff like that, and Resistance. And I didn't know this game existed back then. You know, I never heard of this game. Even for a while I never heard of this game. I didn't know this game existed until Resistance: Fall of Man came out. Because I always thought like the first game Insomniac ever made on the PlayStation was Spyro, because that was one of the earliest games of theirs I played was Spyro on the PS1. So I thought that was the first game they had ever made. And then when I heard Resistance: Fall of Man, they were working on that for the PS3 as a launch game, I was like, oh cool, Insomniac's first ever attempt at a first-person shooter. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see how they do it. And then later on around they were talking about it and stuff, I found that's how they mentioned that this was actually like their second first-person shooter they made. And then they mentioned Disruptor, and I've been interested in wanting to play it ever since then, since all those years back. And I'm finally getting around to buying this game and wanting to try it out, because I enjoy Insomniac games. And now I looked up gameplay about this, and when I heard about it, it looked pretty cool. So I've always wanted to try it out. Now I've played a little bit of this since I bought it, because this is one of the games I got back in June, I think, and it's pretty fun. Some of the later levels are pretty difficult. Like I'm kind of stuck on, I think it's that level right there, the Antarctic level, or something like that. But it's fun for the most part. It's really enjoyable, and there's like the back of it if you wanted to read it. I really like the artwork on the disc. It's pretty cool. The disc is in good shape. It works and plays and stuff, so that's always good. Let's flip through some of the manual. Some of the weapons you get in the game. Yeah, overall, from what I've played of, it's a pretty cool game. I enjoy it. I'm glad I finally was able to find it and play it a little bit. Okay, next up is a game I purchased is the first Nightmare Creatures. I heard about this game some years ago and I thought it sounded pretty interesting, so I always wanted to play it. So it was on my list of games I've been wanting to buy, and now I've finally gotten it. I'm gonna have to get a new case for this one, because it's like a little bit flimsy. Like it doesn't take I don't even have to try to open it. I just like put my hands right here and it just opens like that. It doesn't stay closed very well. I think the disc can come out pretty easy. Now the things on there are fine, but I'm gonna have to get like a new case so it'll actually stay closed. But yeah, luckily I can just replace the PS1 case, so that's not a big deal. And here's some of the manual. Next up is a game that I was actually pretty surprised to find like out in the wild. I was for sure I was gonna have to buy this online, because I never thought I'd see it just like out somewhere, but luckily I did. That's the original Pandemonium, which is pretty cool. I saw this game somewhere like years ago. Some of these games I can't remember how like I found out about them. It's just that I saw them, lately, like I was doing research and came across this game again, and it looked really fun, so I added it to the list. This one and the sequel, because there's a Pandemonium 2. I've played neither one of them, and they're made by Crystal Dynamics, the same people that made the Gex games, but I've played neither Pandemonium, so I've been wanting to play this. It's like a 2.5D platformer. It looks really interesting, so I wanted to try it out. There's the back of it. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised I even found this game just like out in the wild. I was for sure I was gonna have to like pay, like buy it online off like eBay or Amazon or something like that for like more money. Because I was like, I'm probably never gonna find it. But then luckily I just somehow found it. I'm like, bruh, is this real? This can't be real. And I put this paper in here to keep the disc in because the disc like it doesn't sit in here very well. I think some of the, yeah, you can tell some of the little things in the center here are like cracked or missing. I'm gonna have to get a new case for this because I'm glad I found it and whatever, but like I said, I can just replace the PlayStation cases like with the Nightmare Creature because this case is actually really dingy. I can't tell you, I don't know if you can tell, but this case is really like kind of grimy and has like little cracks in it and stuff like up there, but that's okay. I can, like I said, I can just switch the case out, make it look brand new, and find it and get the holder that can keep the disc in, because the disc is just like, of course it doesn't just fly out this time, but the last, yeah, it doesn't sit in there very well. You can just easily just yeah, it doesn't sit very well because some of the things are broken, so I'm gonna have to replace it. That's fine. And then those are the two characters. I think her name is Nikki and his name is it Jarvis? I know I've seen these characters before, especially Nikki. She was in like, I think she was an Easter egg in one of the Gex game endings or a commercial or something like that. Like her Pandemonium 2 design was, but her name is Nikki and I think his name is Jarvis. I'll have to look it up to be completely sure, but yeah. I thought this game looked pretty cool. It looked fun, and it goes to the Legacy of Kain. I haven't played that either. I wonder if those are any good. I hear good things about it. Jeez, why was that manual so tough to get out? Yeah, I had a hard time getting this manual out than I did the disc for the game. But yeah, I was surprised when I found the condition that this was in. And here's the back of it. This has got a little like scratches and stuff on it, but I'll try it out and it played, so that's good. That's always good when the game works. That's the most important part. But yeah, I tried the game out and it works. And I was surprised like the overall condition, like a lot of, like this was in for just finding it. I thought like, man, I got so lucky to find it. I bet the manual is either trash or the disc is scratched or something's up. I can't be that lucky to just find this game, and I thought I was gonna have to buy it online, like no other options. But the manual's in really good condition. There's like one page I think has like a small crease down the center of it. Oh my god, I didn't notice this before. Dude, what the heck? I didn't really flip through the manual all that much when I first bought this. Cause I was just, wanted to try the game out, just make sure it worked, and I didn't notice this was in here. Oh my god, I think I found cheat codes. Dude, is this real? These are either cheat codes or like passwords or something. That was pretty cool. Man, that's the thing I miss about games like this back in the day. You don't get this with games no more. You buy a game, you might have a random chance of finding like the cheat codes in it. Or maybe you had a game, and you wrote down like either cheat codes or passwords or something in it, and then you stuck it inside like the manual booklet for the game or something like that. And that is truly the sign of an era we just don't get anymore. We'll never have that anymore. But yeah, for the most part, this manual is in really good condition. I was surprised at how good condition pretty much just everything was, save for like the case itself. But like I said, that's not a problem. I can just replace that easy. I know, guys, his name is Fargus. Well, but yeah, Nikki and Fargus is the two main characters. Jester is Fargus and the girl is Nikki. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy I've found this. Now if I can just find Pandemonium 2, if I like this enough, like Pandemonium 2 is on my list as well because that looks interesting. But if I like this enough when I play it more, I'll definitely look into picking up Pandemonium 2. But yeah, this manual looks like damn near pristine condition. It's really nice. I don't really see any faults with it. Oh, it even has like a thing about the enemies. That's pretty cool. I kind of thumbed through some of the manual. I didn't really look through when I first got it. So, but you know, from what I'm looking through right here, I don't really see any issues with the manual, either like on the sides or anything like that at all. So that's dope. This is in really, really good condition. So you can definitely, oh god, don't do that. You can probably definitely see like the grime and stuff on this case right here through this possibly. Yeah, that is just, look at that. That is just great, isn't it? Yeah, but like I said, I can just like find whatever, like, you know, replacement CD cases that match the PS1s, or just straight up buy PS1 replacement cases, however, and then I can just replace this, the case, and then the manual and stuff is already in good condition. It'll be like, you know, dang near brand new game, so that'll be pretty cool once I get around to doing that. Okay, and for the last of the original PlayStation games I got so far is this game called Superstar Dance Club #1 Hits. It's like a rhythm music game. I don't usually play too many rhythm music games, but this one looked like it was pretty fun. Like, I found a video of this game a while ago and I always thought it looked interesting, so I kind of wondered if I wanted to play it, so I kept, you know, go every now and then we'll look up gameplay of it just to see, and like, you know what, seems like a pretty fun game to play, and it's pretty cheap too. Like, this game really isn't that expensive, which is always a good thing, so I'm like, you know what, it's a cheap little game. I keep seeing people say that, you know, it's actually pretty fun to, you know, waste a few minutes and play it and all that, so I'm like, you know what, sounds like a good combination. I'll go ahead and buy it. Matter of fact, this game is so cheap. I bought it off, I'm pretty sure I got this off of Amazon. I paid like $8, I think. The game usually goes for like, you know, I think the highest I've seen is like 10 or something. It's really not an expensive game at all, which is always good. And I actually got it sealed. So I got like a brand new copy sealed of this game for like $8. So if you like, you know, music rhythm games a lot or something like that. Plus I like the art style for it too. The art style looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Parappa. It has like that 2D look for the characters and all that stuff. Yeah, if you want like a cheap little rhythm game for the original PlayStation that you can buy brand new and not have to pay a whole lot of money for it, I hear this is really good, so I went ahead and bought that as well. Okay, next up is a couple of original Xbox games I bought. You know, I've been trying to finish off the rest of my original Xbox collection, which is dwindling down, so I'm about done buying all the stuff I want for the original Xbox. And the next game that I bought off the list was this game called Sadecki. It's like it's the original Xbox exclusive, and it's like an RPG, like a real-time RPG type game. It looked pretty cool from like the gameplay and stuff I've been looking up when I found out about it, and I was researching like some original Xbox games I was wanting to get, and it looked like it was pretty fun, so I've been watching a lot of gameplay of it, and I decided to pick it up, and because it looked, like I said, it looked like it was fun. And ignore the $19.99 stick. I didn't pay that much for it, luckily. I paid like less than that for it, but it's just I didn't even buy. I tried to remove the sticker, like before. It had like the price sticker over this of what I paid for it, which was like $5 or $6 for it, and I removed that, and I tried to remove this, and then I noticed it's like tearing the freaking plastic on here, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna replace the case anyway, so that's why I didn't even bother taking the sticker off. If I know I'm gonna replace the case for a game, I just don't even bother taking the sticker, because usually I take the stickers off because I hate that the stickers on it is annoying. But if I already decide I'm gonna replace the case for this game for the most part, so since I decided, I don't even bother wasting my time trying to remove the stickers. But here's the disc for it. Looks pretty good. Has a couple like light scratches on it, but it should be fine. It's nothing too ridiculous. And it was in pretty decent shape too. The edges are a little bit frayed, but that's fine. The rest of the manual, from what I Has the controls on the back. From what I skimmed through, it looked like it was good. So, oh yeah, and it's in color too. I always enjoy color manuals. I like that. I miss manuals in general, but color manuals are always really good. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I thought this game looked interesting, so that's one of the ones I picked up. Last of the original Xbox games that I picked up was another game I wasn't expecting to just like find out in the stores, or I thought I was gonna have to buy this online as well. Is the first Otogi for the original Xbox. It's another game where like I didn't bother taking the sticker off because I'm going to replace the case anyway, because the case is a little bit feel like little issues and blemishes and stuff, like these wrinkles. You can see the wrinkles right here, and luckily I checked it. The wrinkles aren't on the artwork of the game itself. It's the case. Like I kind of opened the game up some and peeled the and like pulled the plastic back on it just a little bit so I could see, and I could tell that luckily the wrinkle creases aren't from like the artwork of the game itself. It's from this the plastic on this case, so at least the artwork isn't wrinkled like that. That's pretty cool. But you know, Otogi was another game I found out about that when I was looking up researching original Xbox games to play, this one and the sequel. So now I just gotta see if I can find Otogi 2. That'd be pretty cool. These games are made by From Software. You know, it's the guys that make like the Dark Souls games now. Once again, have struggled to get the freaking manual out. Yeah, I'm pretty excited that I found this in the store too. I was like, oh wow, yet another game I was for sure I was gonna have to like buy online or probably pay more for it online or something, but luckily yeah, this game seemed pretty cool from the gameplay I looked at when I researched it. The only thing about this game is it does have one thing on that somewhat concerns me. It's let's see, that right there, it's not like a deep, it's not broken, doesn't bend or whatever. It's not, it doesn't look like it's an incredibly deep scratch or whatever, but it does have that little like line right there. That does concern me just a little bit. I'm gonna have to see if I can purchase an original. I need to get an original Xbox itself too, because not all of these games are backwards compatible on the 360, unfortunately. So I'm definitely gonna have to buy an original Xbox system anyway to play these on. But I definitely want to try this out, and hopefully it'll still run or whatever, because I have like this one little line right here that does concern me a little bit about whether or not this game will play. It's not like I don't know if it looks deep on the camera, but it's not like a deep scratch. It doesn't cause the disc doesn't feel like it's broken in half or whatever. So I don't know what it's up with that. It's a little bit sketchy, but I'll try it out whenever I get around to getting an original Xbox, and hopefully it works, so I don't have to worry about buying like just a disc again. I'm not sure how much this game goes disc only. I remember I looked it up a while back. I think the game like complete goes for like 20. I think at least when I looked it up, it seemed like it was going for 20. But I'm not sure how disc only goes. But hopefully I can try this out relatively soon and see if this works, and hopefully I won't have to buy a new disc for it. But everything else about it looks good, except for the manual is good, and then the case I gotta fix that. But pretty much everything else is fine, except for that one part on the disc that concerns me a little bit. But I'll hopefully I can get around to getting an original Xbox and being able to test this out and make sure it works. Because I was really surprised I found this. I thought I was for sure gonna have to buy this online. I paid like the 20. I think it goes for like 15, 20, something like that online, and I didn't bother taking the sticker off again because, like I said, I was just gonna switch out the case anyway. But if I can get this to work, and then if I can find Otogi too, that'd be pretty lit. Next up is the box thing that I got for the game Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. I don't know if you guys have heard or played of this game yet, but I played it, recently got the platinum. I meant to record a video of me doing that, but I forgot. But yeah, I've been playing this recently, when it came out, and it was pretty fun. It had some like minor annoyances with like some of the stuff in the gameplay, but overall it was pretty fun. And this is the backer box for it. You get for the thing for backing on a Kickstarter, which is what I did. I backed this game on Kickstarter back when the Kickstarter got announced, and then they give you this backer box with one of the tiers you could pay for it. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, overall the game is pretty fun. I'd heard of Toe Jam and Earl before, but I never played any of them up until that point. The first Toe Jam and Earl game I remember hearing about was the one on the Genesis, Panic on Funkotron. But I never played that one. I never played the original neither. And then I heard this Kickstarter coming up. I was like, hey, you know what? Toe Jam and Earl seems like it's pretty cool. I never played it, so I decided to throw a little bit of money in and got this. This came like last month, something like that, a while back. But it's pretty cool. Okay, and lastly, and this is a big one. This is a big one, but well, also, if you were a backer of Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove on Kickstarter, they also gave us this link to where we could buy the limited run games collector's edition of Toe Jam and Earl for like a discounted price. Because I don't know how many you follow limited run games, but they had a collector's edition of Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove to where you could buy that, and then we backed it on Kickstarter, so they gave us a link to where we could get the collector's edition if we wanted to for like a discounted price. And I jumped on that, and I'm like, god dang, this box is huge. Just like, Lord Jesus. I'm gonna have to stand up just to get the whole box in the frame. But yeah, it's the collector's edition for Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. This is the PS4 version of it. And it comes like in a little present box. Well, it's not really little, it's pretty big actually. I thought it was pretty cool. It comes with like a little like board game pieces. You can kind of set up your own little board game type thing with it. I thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd get that. Probably hear the stuff moving around in there. And fortunately the back of the box was like a little bit smashed up. A little, like not complete, but it's a little dented. That's probably just like the people that like shipped it or whatever. You know how freaking postal workers are nowadays. They just don't even care. They just like throw people's shit, slam dunk their shit, just throw it over the fence. It's a shame how people that work in delivery stuff like deliver people's packages sometimes. They just throw stuff over fences and all that stuff. They don't even care to slam dunk stuff. But even the box that this came in was like a little bit bent up and stuff. So I'm like, oh great. Whoever delivered this, good job, buddy. But yeah, it's not, it doesn't completely ruin the box or whatever. It's still in good shape and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much this. I think I'm going to keep this sealed for the most part. Like I said, I already have the game itself when I downloaded it when it came out, when they gave us the code for it. But it's, I like to have the collector's edition box too. I thought it was pretty cool. But either way, those were pretty much all of my pickups I got throughout the month. Like I said, some of these games were from June and July and stuff. So pretty much the past couple months I've just been like, getting games here and there and just saving them for like one video like this. So this has just been my latest pickups these past couple months. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Stack35 and I'm out. Please don't forget to rating, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Okay, so quick update, guys. Of course, it's after I had already recorded the video, but after I made the video, I went to like one more game store just to look to see, what was in there, and I found yet another game that I honestly was not expecting to find out in a while. I was thrown off, shocked, appalled when I found this. I did not think I was going to be able to find this, and this was yet another game I thought I was going to have to purchase online, and that game is this right here. I done found my boy. I found my man Jersey Devil for the original PlayStation just out in the wild there. I was like, dude, is this real? Does that say Jersey Devil on the side of it? And this was yet another game I was expecting I was gonna have to like try to find online, but luckily I just found it in the store unsuspectingly, which is pretty freaking awesome. I have the demo. Well, I still do have it. The demo disc that has this game on there. So I just played the first level over and over again on the demo. I always really liked it, but never got around to owning the full actual game. That purple behind disc. Yeah, that's the cool back art. The disc has some light scratches on, but I already tried the game out. I already tested it out. It works fine. It plays well, so that's always good. And the manual is in really great condition too. I'd say the manual is dang near mint. Just want to flip through it really quick. It's just like a quick little like addition thing to the end of this video because I wasn't expecting to find this. I just went to like one last place and I just saw it. Yeah, the manual was like in really good condition itself too, so that's always good. But yeah, pretty much this and Pandemonium and I think I told you were like two games, especially this and Pandemonium were like two games I never thought I'd just like see somewhere. I thought I would have to pay online prices to get these games, but that's always a nice surprise to just find stuff you're not expecting to see, so that's cool. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and add this quick pickup to the end of that video. Wasn't expecting it. It's always pretty cool, but yeah, I'm starting with F5 and I'm out. Peace.